This is the cemetery where hundreds of garment workers are buried. All of them died on the job, sewing clothes in dangerous factories for retailers in the West. Some were killed in factory fires. These 31 bodies were pulled out of the rubble of this building. At least 3,000 garment workers were in the 8-story complex when it collapsed. Disfigured and unidentified, these are unclaimed bodies. They have no name, just a number. Farida Begum still hopes that she'll find her sister in one of these bags.
She came to the city to work, to earn enough money to fill our stomachs with food. But for many, her life has no worth.
Rescuers announced that over 100 people are still missing, but no one really knows how many more people are still buried in the rubble. Volunteers believe the number of the dead is far greater than what was officially announced.
The fact of the numbers, what's happening is they're still very much contradictory right now. There has been no official records of how many people were working and how many people were been actually on that day inside the building.
Whatever the number, this is still considered the worst industrial disaster in the history of the garment industry in Bangladesh. The rescue effort is painstakingly slow. Volunteers are digging with only their hands to search through the debris. And yet, Bangladesh's government refused help offered by the United Nations, saying it was well equipped to deal with the disaster.
We couldn't wait for others to come in. We now have more than 2,500 survivors who have been rescued by our rescuers, by our forces who have been working in this area relentlessly for over all these nights, throughout nights and days.
But for many garment workers, that is not enough. They want the government to ensure better working conditions in factories.
Garment factories are prisons. It's such hard work. People from the outside think we are lucky to have a job, but it is hell.
60% of clothes made in Bangladesh are for shops in the European Union. The EU is now considering limiting the import of clothes made in Bangladesh. Maybe then labor practices here will improve so that disasters like this never happen again. Al Jazeera, Dhaka, Bangladesh.